Hi, and welcome everybody to another edition of the Winner's Circle Sports Betting Podcast. My name is Ross Benjamin of rbwins.com, and it is Friday, June the 3rd, and we got a couple free MLB selections for you on Saturday, June the 4th. There we are. We lost Chip for a second. I thought I lost you. I only see you once a week, buddy. How are you?
You did. I hit the wrong button. I apologize to you and to all the viewers. All three of them.
A little more than that, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, folks, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please take a second to do so. It costs you absolutely nothing, no strings attached, no subscription plans, for a wealth of information from not only myself, but Mr. Chip Chirimbes of chipwins.com, Doug Upstone at docsports.com, starting next week, Mark Lawrence of playbooksports.com, and in football season, Scotty Spreitzer from docsports.com, some really top-notch guests and professional sports handicappers at their finest. Chipper, we saw game one of I noticed in Major League Baseball betting edition, but game one of the NBA Finals, I was fortunate enough to have Boston. I'm not sure how you did. I hope you had Boston as well.
I had Boston as my lead play, of course, and my mega buck winner. And to tell you the truth, Ross, I was totally shocked with the outcome. I mean, I watched through three quarters, and I actually had to go on an assignment, believe it or not. And later, I didn't get the score till later on at night. I walked into this restaurant and I saw Celtics upset Golden State, and I thought it was a replay from a couple of years ago. I mean, the way this Curry is just absolutely incredible. I mean,
he is.
It's a joy to watch, but not so much when you have the other side.
Yeah, I mean, they outscored them, I believe, in the final quarter, 44-20. Boston did. They were down 12 going into the fourth. We were getting 3.5, 4, depending on where you were looking.
Right.
And we covered easily. That's all that matters.
Yep.
Megabucks plays doing great for Chip. 10-star top plays with me, folks. 8-1 the last 9, and 33-11 the last 44. That's 75%.
Pretty good.
Do we need to get the calculator out, folks, to figure out how much money that is being made? Chipper, that Megabucks run in the NBA?
Yes, we're still live with it right now. 52-27 on the year. I need 2 more straight wins there to get to 67%. You know, that's a magic number for sure. Yeah. But it's been a great run. You drop 1 or 2, and then I've had the unique ability to bounce back and win 2 or 3 in a row. So that's why I feel really good about this opening game win, and I'm ready to post game 2 right now. But we're gonna have to wait.
52-27 in the NBA. 33-11 with all my 10-star top plays in all sports. I believe that comes to 85-38. What are you waiting for, folks? I know these free picks are nice. Chipwins.com, rbwins.com. You're losing money by hesitating. That's all I can tell you. You know, the old saying, Chipper, he who hesitates loses.
Well, I had a friend of mine who I always used to have difficulties with, but he used to say something: the less you bet, the more you lose when you win. And I kept telling him, I said, your philosophy is way backward, because you're thinking from a loser's aspect. Even when you win, you're not satisfied, So
no doubt. It's just the gambler's mentality.
Right.
But anyway, things are going very well. Major League Baseball for me, 8-3 with my last 11. The last 4 days, all sports 11-3. But folks, rbwins.com, guaranteed plays, single game, multi-game, daily packages. You don't make a profit, you don't win, which hasn't happened too often lately. I'll credit your account back your purchase price if you don't. So it doesn't get any easier than that. Plus the fact that if you haven't registered at my site, I'm going to give you $100 sign-up bonus. Just go to the homepage, go to register on the top left-hand corner. Simple form to fill out, automatic $100 sign up bonus. You could use it any which way you like. Chipper, the Yankees, our Yankees, boy, oh boy, I hate to say our Yankees because it almost sound unprofessional, but yeah, I texted you last night because I couldn't stop watching James Tyone. I mean, again, another fabulous outing by him.
He's been outstanding, hasn't he?
He has. I mean, he was perfect through 6, and He ended up going, I believe, 7 innings and gave up 1 earned run. That's it. And you know what? What was the beauty of that? I actually went 8 innings. He was perfect through 7, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was.
Okay. And then the Yankees scored 2 in the bottom of the 9th or 8th and take the lead 3-2. A little bit of excitement at the top of the inning, Chipper, but they closed them down.
Well, I think they won it 2-1 actually. And
2-1, yes.
I only got the final. I didn't get to see it. And I know there's Cortez. Last year we made money with him, and this guy's on pace for the Cy Young right now for the Yankees. I call him the modern day Whitey Ford. You know, he's a pitcher. He's not a hard thrower. He knows he hits the spots. He breaks up the speeds. And I think he's a great asset for the Yankees.
Yeah, well, that was a day game. Tyone was at night.
Right.
And those 2 guys between them, you're correct.
They only allowed 1 run in each game. I mean,
they're pitching better than Garrett Cole, who's getting mega bucks, as Chip likes to use that term. Anyway, any other thoughts in the world of sports betting you want to share with the audience, Chip, or you want to get right to your free pick?
I can tell you that the Tigers started 6 guys with batting averages under 200 last time out. So,
and they won.
How about that?
It's 6 out of 7 they've won.
Well, I had a game this week where my opposition got 9 hits. I had 2 hits, and I won the game 4-2. Yeah. I mean, you know, baseball's it's really an oddity, the things that happen out there.
Absolutely. And there's no 2 ways about it. Anyway, Chipper, you got a free pick for us on Saturday, June 4th. It comes in the game between the Red Sox and Oakland. Pavetta against Blackburn. And it's an afternoon start, 4:07 p.m. Eastern time. Take it away, my friend.
All right. Thank you very much. I'm going to go to the American League, and I'm going to go out west where Oakland's going to be hosting Boston. You know, Ross, 30 years ago, 20 years ago, whenever it was, when Boston and the Yankees were fighting it out, I would always look to play against the Red Sox when they went to Oakland, because they just seemed to lose it all, maybe playing in that mausoleum that they play in, or what, you know, I mean, they always struggled. So when I saw this, it sort of caught my eye, and I started thinking of past history. But you have Nick Pivetta is 4-4 in a year for Boston. 3.95 ERA. A little disappointing for me. A couple of times that I was looking at him to come through, and he had bad outings. But Oakland, who's you know, it finally looks like the attrition of losing all those good players are finally going to catch up with them, and Moneyball's broke, and they got no cash whatsoever. But Paul Blackburn, one of their young hurlers, 5-1 on the year, 2.15 ERA. He was 5-0, and you know, Ross, I always like to look at this stats. He's only surrendered 41 hits and 54 in the 3rd inning.
Yeah.
And the thing that bothers me about this, and this is going to balance out, where Oakland is only 7-21 at home this year. Yeah. I mean, 7-21 at home, and of course, Blackburn has a WHIP which is under 1. I think it's 0.98. Boston 2-5 against righties in their last 7 starts. But here's the key, and here's what I was referring to, Ross. In the last 59 games in Oakland, the A's have beaten the Red Sox 40 times. They're 40-19 against the Red Sox, and we know all these years that the A's didn't have great teams, whereas Boston was mostly always a contender. They struggle when they go out to Oakland, and I'm going to have the A's on Saturday.
Okay, the Oakland A's plus 115 over the Boston Red Sox. Yeah, they're not only 7-21 at home, they're 2-16 as a home dog of plus 100 or greater. But hey, you know what? That can't continue. I mean, that's just 2-16. Wow. Anyway, Chipper's betting on the starting pitcher, and I like that kid. Blackburn, he's been tough. I mean, his last 4 starts, you mentioned his hits to innings pitch ratio, which I like to use that walks to hits to innings pitch ratio. It's called WHIP. And 0.98 is his WHIP in his last 4 starts. So Pivetta, by the way, you obviously haven't played him lately because he's 159 over his last 5.
Yeah, it was early. It was early in the year, and I got bombed, and I said, "Oh man, I got so sour."
Well, you got to go back to your gut feeling. Sometimes you just recall things vividly, and you certainly do, because Oakland, you're right. I mean, they've been a contender here and there, but Boston consistently right up there in that 40-19 record by Oakland at home against Boston. I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, that's some sample.
Absolutely. All right, the Chicago White Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays on Saturday, another afternoon game, 4:10 p.m. Eastern time. Tampa Bay currently a 115 money line favorite at home. That's pretty cheap for Tampa Bay at home. As a matter of fact, the Tampa Bay Rays 35-14 since last year at home when their money line is -100 to -150. Conversely, the Chicago White Sox have not done well with this money line parameter. As a matter of fact, a road dog of +100 to +150 since last year. The White Sox 12-31, the polar opposite. Dylan Cease gets a start for the White Sox. Last 4 starts, a 5.95 ERA, 168 WHIP. Not very good form whatsoever, folks. Drew Rasmussen has had some recent struggles, but not at home. 5-0, and his team starts at home with a 2.10 ERA and an 0.90 WHIP. The Chicago White Sox bullpen has struggled mightily over their last 7 games with the 174 WHIP. And the Tampa Bay bullpen over their last 7 is starting to look like the bullpen we've seen in years past, a 185 ERA over their last 7. And as of Friday morning, Chicago had dropped 5 of their last 6 games. Just too cheap a price here. I'm going to take Tampa Bay here, -115 over the White Sox on Saturday, June 4th. And Chipper, he likes the Oakland A's +115 over the Boston Red Sox. It's also 2 Saturday afternoon starts, one at 4:07, one at 4:10. Make note of that, folks. And again, Chipper, tell the folks where they could find you, how you've been doing of late.
Well, thank you, Ross. As a matter of fact, Thursday night, I'm coming off a perfect night. We won the NBA game, as we mentioned, and I actually swept the board in Major League Baseball 3-0 with a little bit of luck as the Brewers come up with 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th. But, you know, we lost that game when we had a 7-run lead in the 9th earlier this year, and we talked about that. So I'm going to post my single strongest play, my megabuck play on the website, chipwins.com. And you know we've been pounding them as far as the megabucks and NBA action. And Major League Baseball right now, 14-8 in the last 22. So I'm really feeling comfortable with the season. Swept the board 3-0 twice in the last 5 days, Ross. And I'm looking to do it again on Saturday, but I'm going to post my megabuck play on chipwins.com.
Yeah, and the one site I saw, we were the top 2 yesterday. So Chipper went 4-1. I went 3-1, my premium paid picks. I'm 11-3 over the last 4 days with all my picks, premium pay selections. As I mentioned, 8-3 with my last 11 in Major League Baseball. NBA continues to roll since April 1st, 40-24, 63%, folks. Crunch time, big time games for big time handicappers. I'm your guy. So is that guy. And also my 10-star top plays overall, as I just mentioned, 8-1 with my last 9 and 33-11 with my last 44. That's good for 75%, folks. And I only gave out 4 of those in Major League Baseball this year. Major League Baseball 10-star top plays, 4-0 with those plays. And since last year, 46-23, 66, that magic 67% number with my Major League Baseball 10-star top plays. And, you know, Chipper said 14-8 with his last 22 in Major League Baseball. I said 8-3 with my last 11. Folks, we do not give you big chalks. Right. You don't have to win 2 games to make up for 1 loss that we give you. Okay. I can't speak for Chip, but I do know the way he thinks after all these years. And we do not give you anything that exceeds -140 and very rarely even approach that. So chipwins.com, rbwins.com. That's where you'll find us. My site, guaranteed daily and single game packages and $100 sign up bonus. What more could we tell you? Chipper, I hope you have a fabulous weekend, buddy. The green screen looks good. Hopefully we'll get an image behind that. My buddy Eugene's over there because Chipper's got something big in the works. I can't tell you what it is. I can't. Anyway, Chip, I'll talk to you next week sometime, I assume.
Yeah, well, before that, I'm sure, Ross.
Okay, buddy. You have a great weekend. And folks, for Chip Chirimbes and myself, Ross Benjamin, we like to wish each and every one of you all the very best. Good luck. Take care and God bless.